Latest updates to coronavirus. First 2 deaths in New York State, United States. A 65-year-old man from Suffern with significant health problems who passed away on Thursday, and an 82-year-old woman suffering from emphysema who died in Brooklyn on Friday. 49 new cases in Canada, including 9 new cases in British Columbia, 3 new cases in Québec, first case in Prince Edward Island, 10 new cases in Alberta, France, 808 new cases and 12 new deaths. Beginning 12 a.m. local time on March 14. Cafés, restaurants, cinemas, nightclubs and all non-essential shops will close. Only groceries, pharmacies and petrol stations will remain open. People told to stay home. First death in Louisiana, United States. A 58-year-old Orleans Parish resident with underlying health conditions. Norway. Anyone who has traveled outside the Nordic countries since February 27 should quarantine for 14 days. As of 8 a.m. sit on March 16, airports and seaports will be closed to all foreign citizens who are not resident in the country. All schools, kindergartens and universities are to close. Cultural and sports events are banned. All restaurants, bars and pubs are closed with the exception of those that can keep patrons at least 1 meter apart. Supermarkets and pharmacies will remain open. First 2 cases in Seychelles, 2 individuals who had returned from Italy and were quarantined in a facility in Perseverance. Spain imposes a complete lockdown. Citizens, except emergency personnel, will be able to leave their home only to buy food and drugs. Romania, the government declares a state of emergency beginning next week. A law is passed allowing parents of school-aged children to remain home under certain circumstances. President Ioannis asks all citizens to comply with the authorities' directions. Lithuania, the government has announced a quarantine of 15 days for the entire country, which could be extended depending on the circumstances. There is no other option, said Prime Minister Saul Skvernal. Italy's health system is overwhelmed. We're close to the point of no return for intensive care beds in Lombardy. We have 15 to 20 intensive care beds left. With 85 new people entering ICU every day and 2 or 3 leaving, we're close to the point of no return. There are no more ambulances, Lombardy Welfare Councillor Galleru added, and therefore someone will have to wait late in the evening. 732 patients are currently treated in intensive care in Lombardy, and 76 new deaths were reported in the region today. In Bergamo, deaths have quintupled from a week ago. There is a burial every half hour, said Councillor for Cemetery Services Giacomo Angeloni. There are many elderly people at home with breathing difficulties. They are not hospitalized because the hospitals are full, said the mayor of Alzano Lombardo Carmelo Bertocci. United States. There is going to be a fairly tremendous strain on our health system, warned Dr. William Jiquez, president of the American College of Emergency Physicians. Hospitals are setting up circus-like triage tents, calling doctors out of retirement, guarding their supplies of face masks and making plans to cancel elective surgery as they brace for an expected onslaught of coronavirus patients. Source. 39 new cases and 1 new death in Ireland. There are many anecdotal stories of people ignoring the social distancing guidelines laid out on Thursday. We are in an unprecedented global situation. Everyone in the country must play their part in protecting the most vulnerable and slowing down the spread of the disease, said Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Onan Glynn. First death in Slovenia, an elderly man in Metlika. For more updates, subscribe our channel.